So Nvidia double beat the expectations in their latest earning for Q2 2026 with revenue increased 6% quarter over quarter and 56% year over year. But is this growth sustainable? Will Nvidia remain the AI king in the upcoming years, or the bubble will burst soon, especially that China is entering the AI race heavily? Take a listen what Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang said about that.
And so if you look at China, China has 50% of the AI researchers in the world. They have lots and lots of AI companies, and they have lots of AI chip companies. Without us there, they will obviously have their own alternatives, and they've been growing. And you've seen some of the AI chip companies have record years. Their stock prices are record high.
Not only that, but also tech giants like Google, Microsoft, and Amazon started developing their own AI chips to reduce dependency on Nvidia. The question is, will Nvidia sustain their revenue with tech giants starting to develop their own AI chips? I will answer all that in this episode. My name is Mohammed. I started investing 6 years ago when I took a huge hit and I lost all my money on crypto because I was buying meme coins just like everyone else, hoping they will be the next Bitcoin. I learned my lesson the hard way, and the year 2020, I started investing instead of gambling. I started buying value stocks at good times and analyze undervalued stocks, and that's when I doubled my money in 2021. And in 2022, I bought these stocks at these prices and doubled my money again by 2024. I went from 5 figures to 6 figures in only 4 years. And now I bought these stocks at these prices as I think they will double in the next 3 years. The mission of this channel is to hit our first $1 million together. I will be sharing what stocks I buy in the upcoming days, and I will give you a weekly update about my portfolio. Currently, I'm sitting at $213,000. Let's start. So, is this growth sustainable? Will Nvidia remain the AI king in the upcoming years, or the bubble will burst soon? Let's see what Wall Street think first. Before I give my opinion, let's see those experts, what they think. Look at this. This is crazy. According to TrendSpider at X, they posted a post that says 17 Wall Street analysts rate Nvidia stock as a buy, and only one rate it as a hold, and no one rates it as a sell. That is crazy, guys. Now, let me give you my honest opinion. If the demand for AI chips continue, that means the demand for GPUs will continue. So GPU or chip manufacturing companies like Nvidia and AMD will continue to make huge profits year after year. The CEO of Nvidia, Jensen Huang, said last week in an interview that there will be a huge demand for AI to the point that all jobs will be replaced by robots. Take a look at what he said. That is crazy.
How you see robots eventually, I guess, making decisions without human prompts, and where does this eventually take us? I'm asking you to put that futurist hat on.
Everything that moves will be robotic. Every car, every tractor, every excavator, of course, there's going to be robotic manipulators in factories, robotic movers for moving inventory around. There will be robotic humanoid robots that are very general purpose. We're going to see robotic systems of all different kinds. They're going to be in hospitals doing robotic surgery. They're going to be in factories building things. They're going to be in farms doing agriculture. I mean, it's just incredible, the number of robotic systems. Every single robotic company or industrial company will have 2 factories. There's the factory that builds the machines, and then there'll be a factory that does the AI, that processes the AI factory, to create the brain that runs in the robot.
My opinion that yes, there will be huge demand for AI as there will be many robots in the future, but huge companies like Google, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon will start making their own chips, so the reliance on Nvidia will slow down a bit. Do you know, for example, Meta alone spends $40 billion in capex for AI in 2025? This money will no longer go to Nvidia in the future if they start producing their own chips. However, lowering the dependency on Nvidia will not crash the stock. The stock will slow down in growth, and the good days of 10 and 20x will no longer be here. We can see the stock 2x from here in the next 5 to 10 years as the demand for AI and gaming and self-driving cars will continue. Another factor that will slow down the growth is the competition that Jensen talked about between US and China. The competition is not only from China, as they are going all in AI aggressively and want to win the race, but also from another American companies like AMD that took AI to the next level by producing the MI300X chip that is considered a credible alternative for AI interface. Also, Intel and startups like Grok are building specialized AI chips that might take some of Nvidia's shares. Another reason makes me think that growth will slow down is Nvidia is currently trading at 40 to 50 multiple earnings. That is far above traditional chip makers. If revenue growth slows even slightly, the stock could re-rate downward. If you remember Cisco in the early 2000s, the company was the backbone of the internet with parabolic growth up until the dot-com bubble burst. It took 20 years to recover its 2000 highs, but I don't think this is the case for Nvidia. I think Nvidia today looks a lot like Apple during the iPhone boom. For years, Apple stock went parabolic because the iPhone was once in a generation product with zero real competition, but eventually competitors like Samsung, Huawei and others matured. Apple didn't collapse, but its growth slowed and stock kept climbing at a steadier, slower pace. Nvidia might follow that same path. Right now, AI chips are its iPhone moment. Revenue is exploding, but as competitors like AMD, Google's TPU, Amazon Trainium, and Microsoft Maya chips mature, growth could cool off. Nvidia might still dominate the market just like Apple dominates premium smartphones, but parabolic phase could give way to steady, slower growth. But what if China win the AI race? Will it affect Nvidia? This is the next question. The short answer is yes. It will definitely affect Nvidia and could crash the stock, but my honest opinion is there might not be one side winning. The US will not allow China to dominate globally. Exports bans proved that. But China also won't quit. What we may end up with is two separate AI worlds where US will continue dominating the Western AI world while China catches up domestically, building an internal AI ecosystem independent of Nvidia. The US and their allies will keep restricting but can't stop China from innovating entirely, just like what happened with TikTok when Washington pushed for TikTok bans to the point that it even tried to make TikTok illegal in the US. But TikTok did not disappear. It adapted, fought back in courts, and still one of the most popular apps in the US. AI could play the same way. The US can ban Nvidia from selling GPUs to China, but it can't erase China's AI ambition. Companies like Huawei, Beidou will keep building their own chips and models. The result may not be a total US win, but rather two parallel AI ecosystem. To recap what I said in this episode and answer all the questions again, Nvidia growth is not sustainable, but it will continue to grow and definitely not crash. Nvidia will remain the AI king, but the 10 and 20x growth will not be here anymore. Nvidia might only 2x in the upcoming 5 years. And none of the not US or China will win the AI race, because each one will lead their AI race in their region. If you think you learned something new, please give this video a like, as it will help the channel a lot. Also, if you want to see my journey to hit the $1 million and what stocks I will buy, or what stocks will help me to get to the 1 million, subscribe to see what I buy and sell. And for now, watch this video where I talked about SoFi stock and I answered the question if SoFi will replace traditional banks like JP Morgan in the next 10 years. This is one of the most asked questions. I answered it in this episode. Please go ahead and watch it.